Action.
My name is Omar, and this is how I lost myself. I've been practically overweight my whole life. Being young, you don't really think about what you're eating. If it looks good, if it tastes good, you just eat it. And my mom's cooking was good to the point that my love for food was so bad that grocery shopping was the highlight of my day. I would look out the window to see if my parents had got home, be on standby to hear if the car, if it arrived or not, because I knew that night I was going to come out of my room and eat whatever I find in that pantry. And it just became even worse going into school, my school years, elementary, middle, high school, and even after graduating. I didn't have a job until I was 22 because I was living like a recluse. Just all I did was go to school, go home, play video games, and eat. And that kind of became my lifestyle even after I graduated.
Action.
After graduation, I didn't have a job until I was about 22 because I lived a sedentary lifestyle. It was a rinse and repeat. Just go home, eat, shut my room, play video games, and that was it. That pretty much was my life up until the events of COVID, where I peaked at 275. And that moment felt like for me, it was a do or die moment because at that point, I fell into a deep depression where I didn't want a future. I didn't really have one. I didn't think I did because of how far gone off I was.
Action.
So leading up to the pandemic, COVID is where I hit my peak at 275. It felt like a do or die moment for me at that point, being under those circumstances because, everybody was homebound. And being homebound and not active and eating and eating and eating, that's where I fell into a deep depression. And from there, I felt like if I didn't do something about it now, I wouldn't have a future. At that point, I really didn't want one. With the way I looked, with the way I felt, it just...
Action.
I've been overweight practically my whole life. Being young as I was, you don't really think about what you're eating. If it looks good, if it tastes good, you just eat it. And my mom's cooking was good. To the point my love for food was so bad that grocery shopping was actually the highlight of my day. Because I would look out the window and see if my mom had got home, be on standby to hear if the car had arrived. Because I knew I was going to come out that night, out of my room, and eat whatever I could find in that pantry. And it just became even worse after that, going into my school years, elementary, middle, high school, even after graduation. I didn't have a job until I was about 22 because I was a recluse. I just went to school, got home, eat, play video games, and that was it, rinse and repeat.
Cool. All right, this is back with the original shots. I'm at F2, ISO 250, base 800, shooting 8K raw at the 35. Except I do not have the fill light because I don't think he needs it with the rim light on his hair and then the Godox 200 with the scrim at 100%. It looks more cinematic, but I'm going to check in post. Action.
After graduation, I didn't have a job until I was about 22 because I was just living like a recluse. I just had a sedentary lifestyle. I just went to my room, closed the door, and just ate and ate. And that pretty much became my routine, my habits, up until the events of COVID, where the pandemic happened and, everybody was homebound, which made my situation even worse. Dealing with under those circumstances, all it made me, influence was for me to eat more. And
Alright, I'm at F2, ISO 250 on base 8. Everything shot today was base 8. I'm at no fill. I have the rim light on 75% at 2800 Kelvin. I have the Godox 200 shot at 100 through the scrim with no grid. Action.
when COVID happened and everybody was homebound and so was I, that's where I hit my peak at 275. at that moment, you know, being under those circumstances, I just felt like it was a do or die moment for me because I felt like I didn't have a future. I didn't really want one at that point because just wasn't happy with the way I looked, with the way I was feeling, how I felt around other people. I don't think anybody wanted to live that way, and I definitely didn't.
Cool. All right, this is the last shot. Base 800, F2, ISO 250, 35 millimeter, no fill. This whole thing is no fill. Action.
I've been overweight practically my whole life. You know, being young as I was, you don't really think about what you're eating. If it looks good, if it tastes good, you just eat it. My mom's cooking was really good, to the point my love for food was so bad that grocery shopping was actually the highlight of my day. I would look out the window to see if my mom got home. I would be on standby to hear if the car had arrived, because I knew I would come out that room at that night to find and eat whatever I could find in that pantry. And that kind of became even worse, you know, going into my school years with elementary, middle, and even high school. That's why.
All right, so this is no ND filter. This is ISO 250, 100%, 100% on the tube light. I looked at the camera and this looks really good. I'm gonna hope that it looks pretty good on playback. Looking at the camera right now, it's like really well exposed. I look good. This is a little low right now, but I could tell the angle's way better. I just gotta raise the camera a little bit. But I'm at F2, ISO 250, AK raw standard, or whatever the most high quality one is. So, you know, at this point, I'm just a quality ass nigga, bro. All I do is shoot quality shit. Like this, super soft, 100%, 28 Kelvin to match the lamp. This one looks really good. I gotta raise the camera though. All right, so this is 100% on the 200 watt, shooting through the scrim, 5 in the morning, whatever. I have no field light here, so it should be a little more shadows over here. I have my tube, my power tube 15C at 100% at 2800 Kelvin to match the lamp in the back there. Hopefully this is well exposed, looks good for like an interview vibe. The windows are a little bit blown out, but that's okay. You know, the focus is on me. You can see it's the daytime outside. You can still see the green a little bit in the trees, which matters more. Hopefully this looks good. I'm at F2. There's actually a rule of thirds on mine right now. I'm not even in the middle. I don't like this. I don't like this. And then to be here and in the middle, I should be right here in this way. Now I'm in the middle. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm doing this shit for like a long time. I'm trying to get the nice lighting. I got 100% on the Godox 200, no fill light, so hopefully there's more shadow here, but not too much. Windows blown out, that's okay. Hopefully this light here is doing something. It's kind of far away now. Hopefully it's doing something. It should be. We'll see. It looks really good though. This is 2.8. Before it was ISO 250. This is ISO 400 at 2.8. AK, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully this looks more a little punchier, contrasty. I have to do less. I should be more sharper because it's 2.8 as opposed to F2. I'm going to compare the two. I'm going to take my time with it. Again, 100%. I'm not changing the lighting. It looks good. It's soft for sure, for sure. We're going to see how this looks. I got the hair light at 100, I'm 28. 2.8, this is 2.8. ISO 400 on the base 8. I'm gonna put it to 32 and lower it there to see if that look makes a difference. Keep the same waveform. Right now I'm like in the middle, pretty high, so I should definitely be well exposed. Alright, I can tell you right now this is definitely too hot on my face. This is ISO 1250 at base 32 at 2.8. ISO 1250 base 32 at 2.8. I'm gonna do the same shot, but I'm gonna look at it at 1,000, and then I'll go to 850 and probably 640, whatever it is. Wow, I'm like super white, but it might be good. So we're gonna see how I can recover the highlights on my face, especially, because again, it's better to overexpose a little bit than to underexpose and raise up, bring up the noise, you know? Hopefully this looks better. All right, same settings, 2.8. This is ISO 800 at 2.8, ISO 800 at 2.8. I'm learning to expose a little brighter, and I honestly feel like it's gonna look better. I'm too moody and dark all the time, and my scopes are like on the bottom under like 50 always, IRE, so it's too dark most of the time. For commercial stuff like this, I feel like I need to boost the ISO a little more, but I have to dual gain ISO. So I'm at 32 base, shooting at 800, 2.8 on the lens, 100 on the Godox 200. On the Powell 15C, I am at 2800 Kelvin to match the lamp in the background. Hopefully this looks good and doesn't look blown out or highlights on my face. It really shouldn't have highlights on my face because I have the metal on the inside of the softbox wrapping around. And all right, so this is 800 ISO, base 32, ISO 800. ISO 800, base 32, 2.8. So my whole face should be in focus. I feel like my face might be a little hot. I can't check the false color because I'm not behind the camera, I'm in front of it, so I don't know how to check that after. I'm gonna do the same shot here, which this looks super bright, and I'm like in the middle at ISO 400 to see if it nails it in perfectly where I'm still getting enough exposure, but I'm not like blown out. Because I might be hot on my face, or it might be perfect on my face. I really can't tell. Somebody's calling me. What's up, babe? Hello?
Hi, baby.
What's up? I'm filming next door.
Huh?
I'm filming myself next door. It only goes to 640, it doesn't go to 400. Because I'm on base 32. So this is the cleanest, less noise on the second dual ISO at base 32. This still looks great. This is probably the better one, to be honest. Again, I'm on the Godox 200, 100%. Hopefully I'm not too sweaty because that'll make it look like it's more overexposed than it is. But I feel like it looks good. I feel like it's definitely well exposed. I mean, I'm looking at the meters. So we're gonna see this is 35 millimeter more closer pushed in. I'm gonna go do some dinner table shots, see how it looks. So we're gonna see.